Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Can you tell which makeup look I'm doing just based on the shades? Can you? Hopefully you can. It's Mocha Mousse. Favorite Pantone color yet. Amazing. So I'm going to be just doing a voiceover just because sometimes the background noises are just a little bit too much. So hopefully you enjoy this video and please subscribe if you're new here. Hello, my name is Rachel and thank you so much for being here. And yeah, let's get right to the makeup. Okay, so here I am going in with House Labs bronzer in light level 2. And I'm just looking for a brush because you know me, never prepared for anything. So I actually had done my foundation and concealer and powder previously, so I used the Superstay, the new Maybelline Superstay. It's a little bit too dark, so I did mix it in with MAC Studio Fix Fluid, the matte one. It's like the newest formula that they've come out with. And I believe I have NC13, so that one's a little bit light, and the Superstay is a little bit dark. So that's why I mixed the two. And one is a little glowy, one's a little more matte, so it kind of ends up being a nice slight glowy foundation. And I'm just taking 4 hours to bronze here. I think I should have used a different brush. This brush is an older one. It's a little crusty and dusty. Sometimes when I go in with one of those bigger, like more dense, poofy brushes, I feel like it just covers a larger surface quicker. So this one takes a little bit longer. Hence why I'm still bronzing. I really like this bronzer because it is a more matte bronzer. And you know me, I'm oily and I get pretty shiny, so do appreciate that. I definitely hit pan. I feel like I'm gonna run out of this one pretty soon, which is probably a good thing because I have too many bronzers that I need to use up. So I just grabbed a Sephora collection brush. This was a face set that it came in, but these are the newer Sephora collection brushes. They're not the pro ones. They're kind of the cheaper brushes. Oh no, I'm not even using it yet. Sorry, still using the same crown brush. I believe it's a crown brush I got in a FabFitFun box a long time ago. This is the Sephora collection brush that I'm blending it out with. Should have probably fast forwarded this part, sorry. Now I'm going in with MAC Global Glow. I'm trying to show you the name, but it's not focusing. I did see Sash Report and Alexa Chan Blake use this in quite a few of their videos, and so I was inspired to make this purchase, but it is quite shiny. It is pretty warm too, so I would say if you're lighter than me, it probably will be a little too orange on you, but I don't mind a little warmth in my bronzer, so it's kind of like a bronze highlight. So I only put it on my forehead because I don't want it on my T-zone. Otherwise, I will just be way too shiny and shimmery. So I like it just on the forehead. And then again, just going to take that Sephora collection brush and blend, blend, blend. So I'm trying to decide, I think, which blush I'm going to be using. So I have the MAC Glow Play Blush in True Harmony. These are the newer Glow Play blushes. And then I also have True Harmony, which I just picked up because I had a gift card for Christmas. Trying to decide if I wanted to use both or just one, but I ended up going in first with True Harmony. And then I did end up using Harmony over top of that. I find with the Glow Play blushes, you have to use a more dense brush for sure if you want it to show up. I know some people use their hands. Me getting annoyed with my sideburns because they're always sticking out. So yeah, with these blushes, I would say go in with a more dense brush if you want it to really pick up on the brush, because it's like a creamier texture. And then I usually go over top of it with a powder. Not always, but today I was feeling like a powder. So just trying to blend a little bit there. And then going in with Harmony. Same brush. Should probably be getting a new one. It is a Real Techniques brush. And then I'm just showing you that I picked up one of the new YSL blushes. I just got one because, I mean, if you saw my blush collection, you would know. I believe this is called Rose Haze. I'm not sure. I was just showing it to you. I'm not using it, but was just showing you that shade. It's the most neutral one anyways that I saw. So adding a tiny bit more here. Probably didn't need to, but sometimes the lights that I use wash me out. It was super cloudy, and so I had to use my ring light, and I never know if I should put my ring light on warm or cool setting. So right now I have it on warm, so it does make my makeup look a little bit warmer than what it actually is, but you know, had to decide which one. Sometimes the light one washes me out too much. Going in here with the MAC Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. It's kind of like a peachy, bronzy highlight. Getting annoyed with my hair, apparently. Trying to decide which eyeshadow to use. I had a few different colors that I had pulled. This is Studio from Merit. I felt like it was a little bit too light and not really like browny enough. It does have that rosy kind of undertone to it, but I don't think it was dark enough. Now I'm showing you MAC Groundwork, and I feel like Groundwork was a tiny bit too light too. The Pantone color is hard to see. Sometimes it looks cool toned, and sometimes it looks like it has a rosy undertone. That's Flawless Beige from Charlotte Tilbury. That one I think would have been a good one. And this is the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Matte in the shade Exposed. And that's the one that I'm using. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell. In some photos it looks like a cool tone brown, and sometimes it looks like a more rosy brown. So I'm just going with what I think it looks like. I did take a picture of the actual Pantone swatch and compared all of my makeup products to it, and this was as close as I could get. So I know everybody's is going to be a little bit different, but that's fine. It's just kind of in the realm of the shade. So this is Exposed. I sheared it out quite a bit. I put it on my hand first because it does go in quite dark. I think I'm just using an Anastasia like double-ended brush that I got in one of the palettes. I think I end up looking like, what the heck am I even using? Yeah, right here. And then just going on the other eye. And this product is cool because you could use it on your eyes, lips, or cheeks, so anywhere on the face. But I feel like it does dry down quite quickly, so I feel like you have to work pretty fast. That's why I do one eye at a time here, and then I'm trying to blend it out. But even by the time I got to blending it, it's almost dried down. I'm like, is that blended? I don't know. It's hard to see under the bright lights. That's why I love when it's sunny out and I can actually work in natural light. And I am showing you that it is in fact waterproof. And I'm trying to get it off with one of my makeup eraser cloths, but it's not really budging. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use the Makeup by Mario palette in the neutrals, or if I want to use the MAC palette in, oh, I can't remember what it's called. But it is a newer palette. It's a 12-pan palette, and it's all neutral colors. So I decided to go with this one. I will list it down below. And I've decided that I'm going to use, I believe it's Wedge, and I'm just using that in the crease. It was kind of hard to see when I was blending because Wedge is a little bit lighter than the actual eyeshadow color that I used. It's a little bit lighter than Exposed, so I'm just trying to blend it as much as I can with that one shade. The reason I'm doing a voiceover is because my husband likes to play Call of Duty. We're both on vacation right now, and sometimes he gets a little loud. So I just wanted to do a voiceover. I thought it'd be much easier this way. Hopefully you like it. You'll have to let me know. Still blending that shade in. And then I think I'm trying to decide which eyeliner I wanted to use. I thought I had taken it out, but then I realized, no. Again, not prepared. Oh, sorry, I was looking for a brush. So I'm going in with that lightest shade in the palette. The palette is called Connect in Color. And I can't remember the actual shade. But again, I will list it down below. So now I'm looking for my eyeliner. I'm like, what do I want to use? I end up picking up Makeup by Mario, the Perfect Brown. And then I realized that I had Makeup Forever Total Taupe, which I thought might go a little bit better with the look. Until I started using it. And then you'll see that it was a little bit too light for the actual eyeshadow. It was barely even showing up. I'm just like, what's happening? Nothing? Okay, let's go in with the Perfect Brown. I find that this eyeliner goes on super, super smooth, but it does dry down quick as well. So I feel like you do have to work a little bit quicker with it. Feels like a gel type texture. You can see I'm doing one eye at a time and trying to go in as quick as possible with the blending side of the eyeliner. It is nice that it has that little brush on the end. And then, yes, I'm going in on the other eye with the eyeliner. So I'm really just kind of being messy with it because I'm going to go over it with eyeshadow anyways. So if you notice that it's kind of sloppy looking, that's why. I'm not really concerned about it. I don't know what I just said there. But for some reason, when I do my eyeliner, you'll see when I'm done, I'm like, oh, this one is pointing up. And then I look at my other eye, and I'm like, oh, this one's pointing down. What's happening? So I am just fixing this one a little bit, elongating it and just kind of pulling it upwards a bit. so my eyes don't look all wonky. I'm like, yeah, okay, good enough. So I'm gonna go back into the Connecting Color eyeshadow palette in a moment, looking for a blending brush, and I believe I'm using one from the Makeup by Ariel set. It's just like a smudger brush. No, I was getting annoyed because I couldn't find it. It's actually a dual-ended brush. I think it's the A19. So it has like a flat edge, and then on the other side, you can actually use it for concealer as well. So I'm using the flat edge. And then we're going back into the Connecting Color palette. And I think this is Supersonic Chocolate, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, it's the deeper, warmer brown tone. And then I'm just pulling it upwards with that brush. Like smudging it and also pulling it upwards at the same time. Again, it's super hard to see in that light because everything looks so bright. I wish it was a little bit more true to color. So doing the same thing on the other eye, obviously. He was super nice. He actually came in to bring me food, but he was like, he didn't want to make noise. And I didn't want to talk, so I'm like just pointing, like, you can put it there. That was nice of him. He brought me a little omelet. So then I think I'm thinking that it doesn't look smoky enough, like I wanted it to. I am just blending again with that Wedge shade in the crease. I do really like this palette. I don't know why I didn't really notice it before. I've always wanted this 6-pan palette. I think it's something Kryptonite. That one's always spoken to me. So going in with that dark brown shade, it's almost like a black brown, and going as tight to the lash line as I can get so that I'm not overlapping with that Supersonic Chocolate shade. But I'm just trying to smoke it out just a little bit more. But yeah, this palette is super cute. It has a lot of existing shades, and then they added a few random shades. I think it's similar to the Art Library one that they previously had. I don't think that one exists anymore, but it's really nice. It's like super basic and neutral, but it's something that I'll definitely use for sure. This is a CoverGirl Ink It eyeliner. It's just in the shade black. And just going in the waterline with this. Catching flies with my mouth wide open. So I'm going into the lower waterline and then also a little bit on the lash line too. And I will smudge that out as well with shadow. This is where I use the smudgy brush from Makeup by Ariel. And I'm going in with Wedge, and I think that shade is called Supersonic Chocolate, but it's the reddish brown shade again. So I'm just mixing the two and just smudging out that black liner. Catching more flies. And smudging, smudging, smudging. I don't know why it takes me so long to do these simple tasks. I don't know why I look annoyed, but I don't think I was. It's just my face. So I think I was happy with how the look came out so far. Trying to decide if I wanted to add satin taupe on top. I'm like, should I leave it? And then I decided to just leave it alone. Spoiler alert, in the end I do end up putting satin taupe over top of this matte look. So I'm going in with my YSL mascara. I'm just going off camera to finish, no, I'm curling my eyelash first, but then I'm gonna go off camera to finish my second eye. Because as you can see, it takes me 7 hours to do everything. Okay, so second eye is finished, and then I'm just coming back on to add the brown mascara by YSL. This is the Lash Clash mascara. Mine is so dry and I really need to throw it away. But I really wanted to use a brown mascara. I don't know why I do my mascara like this. It's like I come at it from, you know, I don't put it on sideways like everybody else. I put it on vertically. I don't understand, but I don't know. It works. And I'm just trying to build up a little bit of the volume here. And then I end up just spraying the brush with a little bit of face spray so that I could just hydrate it a little bit. I know you can always put it in a warm cup of water to kind of loosen it up again, but this worked. I mean, I should have done my mascara off camera, but that's fine. Maybe because it's older, I found that the length wasn't really there, but there was a lot of volume. And if I prefer anything, it's volume. Like, I do normally have pretty long lashes on their own, but I also do use the UK Lash Serum. And then obviously a good mascara always helps. Still going. Trying to keep my mouth closed. That angle though, not cute. I feel like I spend an eternity on this eye. I remember thinking, wow, I've been doing this for a long time. And then on the lower lashes, I'm going to be using the, nope, still going on the top. But on the lower lashes, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize, the volumizing mascara. It's just in black, but I find that it's nice on the lower lashes because it doesn't smudge throughout the day. The only time it smudges is when I'm putting it on, and you'll see that it does get on the lower lashes because I wasn't being careful. Annoyed. It just touched the skin. It's really easy to get rid of a mascara smudge on the skin. I'm sure you know this by now, but if you just take a spoolie, wait for it to dry, take a spoolie, it will just flake right away. But I have no patience, so I try to wipe it off right away. wasn't too bad. I've definitely had worse. The worst is when it gets on the side of your nose. See? No patience. And then I'm deciding on a lip color. So I knew I was going to use Sephora Collection number 32 in Iced Latte, but I wasn't sure which lip liner I wanted to use. I have Maybelline Grage, and then I have MAC in Grage. Wait, is Maybelline's called Grage? Now I'm not sure. Anyways, I will list it down below, but I ended up going in with MAC Grage because it was a little more browny, and the Maybelline's a little more purpley. I was a little scared with how concealer lip that came out, even though you know I like that. I usually have a lip balm on before I do any of my lip products, and I didn't put one on today, so everything felt very dry. Like, it was hard for me to smudge my lip liner, and then it was hard for me to blend out the Iced Latte shade. So tomorrow I will definitely put a lip balm on before I put my lip products on. And then I did want to add a little bit of shine, because this is very matte. Like I said, I didn't use my lip balm like I normally do. So I just wanted a little bit of hydration. I just washed my hair today, and I don't know why, but it's looking not great. Okay, so now I'm doing my brows. I'm just going in with, I had already gone in with the CoverGirl, what is it called? Fresh Clean Brow. And it's the Nano Pencil, and I just have it in the shade Blonde. And then I'm going in with my Maybelline Build-A-Brow, the 2-to-1 Build-A-Brow in the shade Soft Brown. FYI, they do not sell blonde in Canada. I had to order off of Amazon, and I have 2 blondes coming in the mail. But this one is soft brown. And then I also have the Makeup by Mario, the Master Hold Brow Gel in my brows as well. And I feel like they finally didn't come out too dark this time. It could be because I have the light on that they look a little bit lighter too. But yeah, in some of my videos, just I'm like, okay, stop here. So sometimes in my videos, I go a little bit too hard on the brows, and the pen just makes everything look a little bit crazy. So I have to be careful with how much of the pen I use. I was looking for my lip gloss, and then I found it. This is the Huda She Glitzy gloss. And I'm putting it onto my finger because I don't like to dirty the wand because it's clear. Like, it's a clear pinky shade. It's basically clear with like a little bit of pink glitter. So I'm just adding a little bit more to the top lip. And then I think I wanted to add a little bit of that satin taupe because it was looking a little bit plain Jane. Have a hard time opening that palette for some reason. So I'm just adding a little bit of satin taupe just to the middle of the eyelid. Just for a little something something. And that was the completed look. Just double checking it. Again, it looks a little bit warm on camera, but it's a little bit more cool toned in person, but just because I had that warm setting on. And thank you so much for watching. Love you guys.